The number one problem that basketball players are making every single day. I promise you, by the end of this video, I will completely change your mindset.
Success is a mindset.
And it will shift from one side to the other if you watch this entire video. I'm going to give you a quick story. I was hanging out with two of our players the other day. One player significantly is better than the other player. I'll leave it up to you to think about after the end of this story, which player is better. Player A was talking about how he likes to train only with his trainer. He only likes to play 5-on-5 in an organized environment with referees in an indoor court. Player B talked about when he trained, he did not need a trainer. He would go work on his game, whether it was indoors or outdoors. When it came to playing 5-on-5, he didn't care if there were referees. He didn't care if it was indoor, outdoor, with a stripped down ball, with a bad net. He did not care the conditions. I'll let you think about which player is the better player now at the college level. My question to you is, do you love the game of basketball?
I love it.
The number one problem with basketball players nowadays is that they don't completely love the game. And I want to ask you to really evaluate yourself and ask yourself, are you playing for the right reasons? Are you playing because your parents are making you play? Are you playing for social media posts and hype around town and around your friends? Or are you playing out of the love of the game because you truly love to compete every single day, every single drill, every single game that you're playing in? You hate to lose, you love to win, and you want to become a basketball player that plays at the highest level. You want to continue to play as long as possible. Too many of you guys are playing basketball for the wrong reasons. It's definitely important to have goals in life, to have things that you want to accomplish as you move up to the higher levels, you grow up, and having those aspirations are certainly important. But the problem that many of you have is after a game, you're paying attention to your stats, how many points you scored in the game. Instead of looking at how many points you scored, I want you to focus on what you can actually control to determine whether you had a good game or not.
I've been trying to control what I can control.
You hear this saying all the time, trust the process. And we don't really think about what that means. And I'm going to tell you what that means is to trust the overall process of getting better and controlling what you can actually control. Sometimes you can't control how many points you're going to score, but I'm going to give you 7 factors that are in your control that I want you to start thinking about doing before every single game. Number 1, you're going to be the best team defender on your team. You're going to talk the most. You're going to over-exaggerate your help side defense. You're going to take charges every single opportunity. You're going to know whether you're in man or zone defense. You're going to always be seeing man and ball and be the best team defender that you can be because that is in your control. Number 2, you will dive after every single loose ball. I don't care if it's going to go out of bounds in a second, if it's just on the ground for a split second. You need to adopt a mentality that the second you see that ball on the ground, even if it's a millisecond, you get rid of any hesitation and you immediately dive on the ground. This will not only get you more playing time, but your overall mentality to always play hard will never be in question, and it will make you a way better player. That's something that you can control. Number 3, you will exert an incredible amount of positivity throughout the game. Giving your teammates high fives whenever you can. Good play or bad play, stay positive. When you come out of the game, giving high fives, being positive. Having a positive attitude is something that's in your control. Number 4, you will make tough physical plays. What does this mean? Whether you're having a bad or good shooting day, rebounding is a non-negotiable. If you're an offensive rebounder, crash the glass every single time. If you're a guard, you need to do a great job defensive rebounding, helping the bigs. getting your nose in there, making those tough plays every single time. The other factor is being strong with the ball. When you have it and the defense is on you, being tough with the ball, pivoting, being strong, not losing the ball, that's something that is in your control that you can take advantage of every single game, every time that you play. Number 5, you will be the most coachable player on the court every single game, every single practice. When the coach calls you over, maybe during a timeout, maybe during a free throw, you're hustling over to him. When you're in a timeout and he's giving you directions, you're giving very precise eye contact, making sure that your coach knows that you're acknowledging him, you're paying attention, and you're fully invested into what he has to say. When a coach makes an adjustment in the game, you're able to understand it. When your coach gets on you, when you make a turnover or a bad play that should not have happened, you're going to be somebody that takes his criticism and you understand it. You're paying attention to the overall message, not just the tone that he says it in. You acknowledge him. You appreciate his critiques, and you do a better job of trying to fix whatever it is he's telling you to do in the game. You don't take things personal, and you are extremely coachable throughout the game, showing your coach
respect
and thinking about what he has to say in order to make you a better player. That's in your control. Number 6, you will play confidently. When you're open and that ball is swung to you, you're going to shoot the ball confidently because you've watched my other videos and you've paid attention to how to shoot the basketball correctly. When you see an opening down the lane, you're going to drive it in there with incredible force and confidence. When you have the ball, you're not going to be timid with it and loose with the ball. You're going to pivot around, be strong with the ball, and be confident in your plays. Being a very confident player when you play is something in your control. If you're a shooter and you've missed 3 or 4 in a row, be confident that the next one's going down. And number 7, last but not the least, when the game is over, I want you to be able to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you left it all out on the court. You did not pace yourself out there. You didn't hold in some of that energy so that you weren't tired. You should be fully exhausted by going all out every single second that you were in the game. You should be so tired mentally and overall physically that you should know when you look in the mirror that you can tell yourself, I left it all out on the court. And if you can do these 7 things that are in your control, then you will have had a good game. If you love the game, like I mentioned at the beginning, and you play every single day with passion, those things that you can control will start overlapping and carrying over to the box score. Now, if you are taking this into account and you are focused on these 7 factors, then when the time comes and you do need to knock down shots, be sure to watch my individual shooting workout that I'll post right here, where I give you a full shooting workout that you can do on your own. You don't need any trainers to become a better player. You just need your own willpower, you need your own dedication, and you need to continue to love the game. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. I post weekly videos about basketball training, shooting, and your overall basketball mindset. My goal on this channel is to make you the best player that you can become. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.